Hi, Jennifer Witt here with the Witt Law Group, trying to help those of you still on the fence about whether to hire a private defense attorney or go the route of a public defender. I think this video, the takeaway I'd like to impart to you is basically there are many added expenses that you need to consider. Would they apply to you? And therefore, am I coming out ahead by hiring a private defense attorney in advance and they will assist me to mitigate those costs or fees? Or do they not really apply to me? So going the route of a public defender, I just simply need advice on a criminal case, and that's all I need. For example, if you don't have a DUI, you may not have a Department of Licensing issue, which is a civil issue. The civil issue cannot and will not be discussed with your public defender. They're not going to appear for your DOL hearing. Although if you don't appear and don't request a DOL hearing and you had a DUI, you will likely be suspended. It's almost certain that that process will start if they have jurisdiction and your blow is above a .08. So you are saying, okay, I'll handle that on my own. There are issues with the ignition interlock device. If you don't argue that, if you don't have a private defense counsel at your arraignment arguing on your behalf, remember there's no public defender assigned to you at that time. There's someone sitting in, they're not on your case. And so with a private defense counsel, that's if they can argue to not have an ignition interlock device, that may save you thousands over the course of the case. Same thing, Bremerton loves scram units, and that's basically what you think of like an ankle bracelet that you have to wear and measures alcohol in your skin. That is paid for by you. You will be, adding that cost in your tally if that is assigned to you and you don't have someone arguing on your behalf. There are just so many things. If you don't have somebody arguing on your behalf to help you qualify and give you advice on how to get that ignition interlock license or an employer exemption, you may lose your job. That's a huge expense to you, right? I mean, you need to be employed. So just so many things of that nature. And what you're going to have to decide is, am I likely to have these added expenses, such as restitution? I think I mentioned in a previous video, Ryan last week was able to have $4,000 removed from a client's restitution order. She actually has no restitution now. And because of that, she actually came out money ahead. We didn't even charge her $4,000 for legal defense. So in that case, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. But all of these things add up, and you really have to look at the lifetime of a case. What are all the added expenses? Yes, it's super frustrating. Right when you start a case, you're scared. You probably don't have the money. If you're like most people, you don't have thousands of dollars saved up. You did not plan to be in trouble, and you don't want to part with that money, and it's understandable. But it is also really important that you, in that cost-benefit analysis, you consider all of the expenses that are likely to come up for you, and is a private attorney going to mitigate those so significantly that you actually come out ahead, or at least have less stress because you are being advised on those issues. And for a lot of people, that's really critical. That advice of you, when you hire us, you put that stress on us. It is up to us to start navigating this pathway and getting you through, not just with the best consequence and greatest resolution, but with the least financial obligations. We don't want our clients strapped with those financial obligations whenever possible. So consider that as you do that cost-benefit analysis, that there are expenses that come up and will not be mitigated by a public defender. So hopefully those extra facts help you kind of see where you are in that process, what matters to you, if they may apply to you. And again, those expenses are kind of a case-by-case basis depending on the criminal charge you're facing. If you are facing a case in Kitsap County or surrounding cities and you want to give us a call and discuss what might come up, we'd love to help you out. We're here 7 days a week, and you can reach us at 360-792-1000. And if it's not local, make sure you call a local attorney. As I mentioned in previous videos, it is important that you discuss a case with an attorney who practices in that jurisdiction. local jurisdiction, it really does matter. If you're asking someone in King County about a Thurston County case and they've never been to Thurston, don't know the prosecutors in Thurston and how things work, understand that that may not be the best advice for you. The law is the law, but how a case proceeds, options you have, what the expenses are, what the culture is in that area, it all matters in terms of the resolution that you may have for your case, good or bad. So consider that, and I hope that these videos are helpful in you making that choice. It's definitely a tough one, but make sure you are informed and think long term about your situation. Thank you.